moms know, they would spend the next 2 years growing up of all generational talents. In the mid-80s, just a few years after they met at that camp, it was all Len Bias and Michael Jordan. Everyone else was but in February of 1984, during the rise of these two legends, they had a matchup for the ages. And let's just say only one of them came out on top. By 1983, Michael Jordan was going to being one of the best players in the country. He already won the championship with the Tar Heels and hit a shot that immediately turned Michael Jordan into a household name. Meanwhile, Bias was just beginning his collegiate career, coming off the bench for a solid Maryland squad. And on February 12, 1983, the two friends would face off in a regular season matchup that fans would soon not forget.
Back to Matt Doherty. Michael Jordan takes it and gets it. That's Jordan fills the left lane. They get it back to him, and it's good. Number by Michael Jordan. Matt Doherty right back. North Carolina by 3. Minute 24 left in the half. Michael Jordan as Atkins hits the deck. Michael Jordan, baseline. Oh.
I think he can get any kind of shot he wants.
Len Bias over having a word with his coach, Lefty Driesell.
This, and he gets fouled. Now, he should have shot this ball right here. Once he got fouled, instead of passing off just North Carolina. Oh, look at that. Michael Jordan comes from the weak side. He does that about 5
this half. Bias.
Oh, count. Everything going their way.
Look at Atkins. Hey, fellas, it's not the end of the game. There's a long. Getting the shot up. It's a little bit short. And the rebound taken by Bias.
Very wise. They haven't tried to tempo the game. They just keep playing hard.
Jordan takes it away from Atkins. Moves on Beal. Oh, Michael Jordan has said it earlier that Maryland in 73-74 season.
A sophomore Michael Jordan came out blistering hot, scoring 15 points in the first half. The kid was absolutely lighting Maryland up on offense and shutting down the Terps on defense. There wasn't a 30-second stretch throughout this entire game where Mike didn't do something spectacular. In a game that featured 6 future NBA players, 4 of which would go on to be top 4 picks in the NBA, and Bias was the second best player in the entire conference. But MJ was on a tier of his own. He was too smooth, too explosive, too accurate, and too much to handle. At only 21 years old, Jordan already looked like a seasoned vet. And even as the overwhelming force that he was, Len Bias still had work to do. Over the next 2 seasons, while MJ was making the NBA look like a rec league, Len was honing in on his skills at the college level and improving by the day, making huge strides towards becoming a future NBA superstar and earning praise that you very rarely see from a college player. After spending 4 seasons at Maryland, winning 2 Player of the Year awards, and terrorizing college basketball, Len Bias was drafted with the 2nd overall pick in the 1986 NBA draft. Of course, most of us are all too familiar with how this story ends. A player that was truly destined to be one of the greats, gone before he could even play his first NBA game. Many fans speculate on the legacy that could have been. Bias was drafted to a Celtics team that had just won an NBA title 9 days prior. Bias could have been the extra piece the franchise needed to carry their success into the late 80s and 90s. He could have been the NBA rival that Michael Jordan never had. I mean, some players attempted to rise to the occasion, very few found success, but no one really challenged MJ once he reached his peak. Charles Barkley, vanquished. Gary Payton, repressed. Isaiah Thomas is the only player to really give Jordan a run for his money, but once MJ found success in the league, Isaiah never won again. The manufactured Michael Jordan-Clyde Drexler rivalry literally offended Michael. Reggie Miller had some moments, but MJ always had bigger ones. There wasn't a single player that could actually go toe-to-toe with Jordan, except Len Bias. Fans that witnessed Bias in action believe he could have been the player to challenge Jordan throughout the 90s. But we'll never know. And the legend of Michael Jordan grows stronger. But the legend of Len Bias is still alive and well. The kid who not only held his own against Jordan, but was one of very few to come within reach of the GOAT. The same kid who showed up to a basketball camp 40 years ago, made friends with a fellow high school hooper, and lit a violently bright but brief flame. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.